Welcome everybody to another meeting of RSS from people from all over the world, and we are excited. RSS became an online-only international club before the pandemic. We were on the cutting edge. Actually, the truth is we were desperate, but that's another story. Now we are a wonderful club with members from multiple countries. We welcome our guests. After the meeting, we would appreciate if you'd give us some comments. Everybody, you guys know the score. When you're not speaking, please mute yourself. We appreciate it if you stay on camera because it's much more engaging when everybody can see everybody else. And with that, I will turn it over to our new president. This is her first meeting officially as the president. So let's everybody unmute and give a rousing round of applause to Yasmin Tawala, our new president.
Thank you very much, Tiger, and thank you very much, the lovely RSS family. I think it's shortening of the title. I lose the word vice from my earlier title, like vice president. And I realized that I don't have to be vice, V-I-C-E now. I have to be more responsible. But I'm really looking forward to my new role, and I really appreciate all the members, the group of members. I could not have been more blessed than to have the team and the members here in RSS. And yes, I would like to invite all our members and all our guests to this very first meeting of the month and the first meeting of a new exco with a new exco. We have guests, and I'm hesitant to call many of them as guests because for us, they are already RSS family member, including Akib already reacted to it. Akib, Linda, Stephen, you are almost always welcome to RSS. And as I said, we feel you as part of RSS family. I also see Jerry, who has joined in or is joining in. Jerry, more than welcome. You are also our guest. But before we go ahead, Stephen, would you like to introduce yourself to the members and tell a little bit about how, if you are a Toastmaster, how do you learn about our club, etc.?
From Dongguan, China. So Dongguan is very close to Hong Kong. So maybe you guys know Hong Kong. So it's a city not that far from Hong Kong. And I learned Toastmaster from like a YouTube video. I was looking for some leadership development like videos. So there's this guy introduced Toastmaster to me. Then I started to looking for information about Toastmaster. And then I found the Dongguan English Toastmaster Club, and then I joined. And Linda is the like founding mother like of our Dongguan English Toastmaster Club. So and I was very lucky, and I met her yesterday. She was giving us like a workshop. So and then I learned this club, and she encouraged us to join you guys. As she told us it's amazing like a club, which we should come often. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Stephen. It's very nice to learn as to how you got to know about Toastmasters. Definitely, this is the place if you are looking for improving your leadership skills, your personal development, your communication skill. This is the positive environment in which we all learn together. That's the beauty of Toastmasters. And yes, thank you very much indeed to Linda for introducing you. And we are more than pleased to have you here. And please feel free to join every time we meet, same time every week. So using the same link, so that makes things easy. Jerry, are you with us? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. Hello, everybody. My name is Jerry, and can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Jerry.
Yeah, I also share the same club with Stephen, and get this meeting message from Linda yesterday, and she give us a workshop meeting yesterday and shared about how to learn English and how to make friends overseas. So it's my great honor to have this chance to join this meeting. It's fantastic. I like it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry. We are very pleased to have you here. And just to make you feel comfortable, we are a member from all over the world. And many of us do not have English as our first language. So this is a very diverse club, and you should feel absolutely comfortable in yourself. And it will make you feel better that, including me, English for many of us is our second language. So we are also sort of improving our skills together when it comes to English as well. So thanks again to Linda for bringing you here. Linda, would you like to just quickly maybe introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm from Dongguan, southern China, and this is the second time I'm joining Roseburg's club's meeting. So nice to meet you online again. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And this is just this very short and quick introduction. We learned about you through your interventions last time, and we are looking forward for your speech shortly. Just a technical question: Are you the co-host as well? Are you co-host?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so I see some more guests coming in.
I'm not a co-host, yes, me.
Okay, let me make you the co-host because I see some more guests coming in. Okay.
Linda, do you
This is exciting. We have a lot of guests today. That's wonderful. Hi, everybody from Washington, D.C. in the United States.
Yeah, we have lots of guests coming today, and guests, I think many of them are coming from the country we missed in our club, that's China. And this is a good representation today. So we are very happy. Okay, so the guests are joining in. Before I start the meeting, I just want to welcome the guests who have already joined. So Minnie, Momona,
Yes.
Kathy, you are all welcome. Please accept a warm welcome from RSS for joining our meeting. I see one as number 846290889. You are more than welcome. I'm sure you have a name. So please, you can rename yourself, and we would love to see you all. So if you all can just switch on your video, that would be fun. So with this, I officially start the meeting, and I will pass it to the Toastmaster of the day, which is none other than Yasmin Telwala. So again, welcome to the meeting, and I'll go directly to the meeting theme. Have you guys seen the agenda? Do you know the meeting theme already? Do you want to give a shout loud on the meeting theme? Yeah, okay. The meeting theme for today is maybe strange.
You want to share the agenda? You want to do that?
Yeah, I have shared the agenda over email, but I can share it again here. Let me do that again.
And I can put it on the chat for people that may not know.
Yeah. So the agenda was shared over the email. Yeah, Akib got it right. And okay, I'm just sending the agenda. And the meeting theme for today is mangoes. Yummy mangoes. Ooh. Is there anyone who doesn't know what mangoes are? Anyone who doesn't know, just raise the hand. Yeah, so there is no one to surprise me by saying they don't know what mangoes are. And I'm going to talk about mangoes, but before I want to talk about mangoes, I know you all know mangoes. Yes, mango or mangoes. Singular is mango and plural is mangoes. I want to check your general knowledge. You guys have to help me identify which is the mango tree, how the mango tree looks like. I'm not going to give you very simple to say how the mango fruit looks like, because I know you all know how the mango fruit looks like, but you have to tell me how the mango tree looks like. Can you see my screen? Do you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there are two pictures, 1 and 2. You guys have to guess. You can put
The
your
first
guess in
one.
the chat. Well,
First
you
one.
can put your guess in the
First
chat.
one.
Which one is the mango tree?
2.
The first
Put
one.
it in the chat.
First
put it in
one.
the chat.
First one.
I'm getting a lot of vote for first. I'm
The
just gonna keep switching this.
Oh,
First, this is second.
be second.
First.
Look like same, I think, but
30 more seconds for
I gotta
you.
guess first.
30 more seconds and you can't change your mind, and please put it in your chat. This is first and this is second. Okay, done. So let me look at the chat. First. So what first is winning? Looks like maximum vote for first. Mary, you think it's second. Well, let me reveal the guess. It's first.
I've
The
never
first
seen
is
a
the
mango tree.
Yes, the first is mango tree and the second is basically a peepal tree. Now, what makes a mango tree look like a mango tree? So it could go up to a height of say 7 to 11 feet. It could be very high, it could be stunted, but it has to have a very broad coverage. So it has really good volume of leaves and flowers. And it's these flowers which produce the delicious mangoes. Now, we'll continue looking for mangoes, but throughout our journey as we proceed with the meeting today, but let's also see how we are going to go and run with our speeches for the session today. And I see we have many guests, but not all the guests are new in the sense they are familiar with Toastmasters. But for their understanding, Toastmaster session run in 3 parts. We have prepared speech sessions where we have a one sign-up member who have already prepared a speech which they will deliver. Regularly, the speech is between 5 to 7 minutes. The second session is a table topic session, which is more about impromptu speaking. So there will be a question and everyone can participate, including guests. They can just speak between 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes about the topic that is given, which is very exciting session, by the way. And the third session is the pillar session of Toastmasters meeting, which is evaluation and feedback session. So Toastmaster believes that it's important to receive constructive feedback, and it's important for the evaluator also to learn how to give valuable feedback. So this is the third critical part of a Toastmaster meeting. To begin with, let's start with the speech session. I have 2 prepared speakers today, but before we get into the sessions, we have to invite the role players because they are supporting role players who keeps the meeting in order for Toastmasters. And to begin with, I would like to invite our grammarian, which is Christiana, to please come, explain her role and give us the word of the day. Christiana, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Yasmin. It's my pleasure to be your grammarian today. And I can safely say that I'm intrigued by the theme. I think it's really imaginative. I can safely say I've never been to a Toastmasters meeting with a theme of mangoes, but as they're my favorite fruit, all is good. The word of the day today is going to be substantial. And my only tenuous connection to mangoes is that mangoes are quite a substantial fruit. So what does substantial mean? So the idea of the word of the day is please try to use this as often as you can within your speech or table topic or evaluation, whatever. So the meaning of evaluation is of considerable importance, value, degree, amount or extent, solidly built, ample, sustaining. So at the end of the meeting, I will report back on the use of the word of the day and good and not so good use of the English language. So I will speak to you later.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Grammarian, for elaborating the rule and giving us the word of the day that is substantial. So everyone, please keep in mind the word substantial. I would now like to invite our counter Deja to please come and explain her role. Deja?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. My name is Deja, and I will be counting how many times everybody uses a filler word like and I'll turn it back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Deja. I believe that we are going to not give you very hard time, and let's use less filler words as much as we can. Moving next, I would like to invite another very important role player, that's timer. And I have Ayu as the timer today. So Ayu, can you please come and present your role?
Thank you, Madam President. Today I will be serving as your timer, and I will show the green background. And when you see this, it means your speech reached the minimum time. And then when you see the yellow, it is in between the minimum and the maximum. Fellow Toastmaster, that means you need to right away stop, or at least put your break on, and 30 seconds, you have to stop. Okay, so on prepared speech, usually 5 to 7 minutes. And then for the topic, 1 to 2 minutes. And for evaluation, it will be 2 to 3 minutes. I will put more information in the chat, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Timer. And going next is the time for the prepared speeches. We have an alien in the room. I hope the alien is not taking our attention. Yeah. There's a cute cartoon character. Someone has turned into a cartoon amongst us. Okay, so moving next, I would like to invite the wonderful lady. I have had the chance to know a little bit about her from her intervention in table topics last time. I know she have had reached many milestones. She have started a new club in China, perhaps first in the district. And not only that, I can feel and I can see that she's very respected in the Toastmaster community in her club. She is guest to RSS, but I'm hesitant to call her as guest. She's very much part of the RSS family. And colleagues and friends, you guessed it right. Our first speaker is Linda Wu. Linda Wu would be delivering an open speech today. She's not following any particular pathway. And her speech title is You Will Make It. Linda would be evaluated by Ishel, who will be evaluating Linda. So Ishel, I hope it's all clear. Would you like to just present for 1 minute? What would you be looking in the speech of Linda?
Hello, thank you. Yes. Hello, good day. I'm so happy to see many new guests. I am going to evaluate Linda, the technical parts like vocabulary, gesture, sounds, move, the structure of her speech. And if I see a little more points, I will see to improve her speech. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much, Ishal. And now, without further ado, I would like to give the stage to our very first speaker. So let's all please welcome speaker one, Linda. You will make it, with the speech title, You Will Make It. Linda, the floor is yours.
Thank you. 13 years ago, I turned my resignation letter to my boss. She was smoking and almost burned her fingers. Linda, you are quitting this job, the job with a company paid car, company rented apartment, educational sponsorship for your kid, and also a big salary. Yes, I'm leaving Shanghai and going back to Dongguan. Dongguan, that small city, it has 10 million people. But it's a cultural desert. I will write a book and try to make a difference. It even doesn't have a Toastmasters club. I don't know what Toastmasters club is, but maybe I can build one there. So I left Shanghai and I came back to Dongguan. I spent 2 years, wrote a novel, and signed a contract with the publishing house. Everything was going very smoothly until the editor called me. Linda, I really like your book, but you have to revise it. It has to be politically correct. Let me think about it. I thought about it and I decided to give it up. So my first dream of writing a book was broken. So I went on to look for Toastmasters club in my city. My boss was right. There was no Toastmasters club in my city in Dongguan. But 5 years later, when I went by a coffee shop, I saw several people making public speech with Mandarin, lousy Mandarin, the Toastmasters club. So I joined them, and half a year later, I became the president. My second dream came back to me. I wanted to found a new club, a club focusing on English public speaking. I got several friends, and we did several pilot meetings happily. Then it's time to charter the team, to charter the club. We need 20 new members to charter our club, and we were short of a dozen. I couldn't find so many members, new members. I was thinking about to dismiss the club. When I was going to say goodbye to the boss of the coffee shop who sponsored our meeting venue, she looked at me and asked me, Linda, what's going on? I thought you were doing quite well. I was not able to find enough new members. How many do you need? I need 12. I can support you. I can be your new members. You will make it. So she joined us as a new member. She even did her first speech in her life in our club. Very soon, many friends heard about it. Many people heard about it and joined us. On April 2016, we chartered our Dongguan English Toastmasters Club. But since that's the second club, several years later, there are 12 clubs in our city, in Dongguan now. But since 2019, the coronavirus, the whole world was hit by coronavirus. Dongguan was not spared. Many people were suffering. Stores closed, restaurants closed, factories losing orders. People are making less and less money. Many of them were afraid. They were anxious or depressed. I wanted to charter and to build a new club, a coaches club, to help them to go back to the right track. But I couldn't find enough resources. At this time, a Toastmaster from Beijing reached out and told me, Linda, I'm a professional coach. I can support you. You will make it. Very soon, we got enough people, and by today, we have 59 people in our coaches club, and we do weekly meeting regularly. For my very first dream of writing a book is still not fulfilled yet. But a Toastmaster from Melbourne, Australia, heard about this. She is a professional writer. She reached out to me. Linda, I can coach you on how to write. Don't give up. You will make it. So I'm still working on my first dream. Toastmasters, do you have unfulfilled dreams? If yes, don't give up. Share your dream with others. You will be supported. You will make it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Linda. How do we thank you for giving this speech in our club and sharing your inspiring journey of having established Toastmasters Club, and now it has grown, no? 12 clubs in your area. That's really inspiring. Okay, thank you very much. I am gonna get to the next speaker, which is Akib, which has altogether all of a sudden became Akib instead of an alien, because I was waiting to introduce an alien. Akib is also, I'm also hesitant to call Akib as a guest. He's also the part of our RSS family. He has been coming to our clubs always and have had delivered several speeches. As you would know, he has also taken up president's role in his own club. And the Toastmaster is getting into his blood, to say. So with these, I would like to invite Akib, who will be delivering. But sorry, before I invite Akib, I would like to invite the evaluator for Akib, which is going to be Mary. Akib is giving speech from level 3, project 1, on presentation mastery. And the speech title is Limo to Nemo. So Mary, may I invite you to please present in 1 minute as to what you will be looking in the speech of Akib today. To you, Mary.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Today, Akib will be doing a speech from the presentation mastery path. His speech is persuasive speaking. And the purpose of this project is to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech to the club at a club meeting. During the speech, we'll be looking for a well-organized speech, and it will be a speech that will appeal to our emotions, our ethics, or logic. It might be humorous, informative, or any other style. So that's what I'll be looking for him to persuade me in about some issue or something, or all of us. So that's what I will be doing in my evaluation. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, ma'am evaluator. And I see Samantha is here. So welcome, Samantha. And I see that Akib is all prepared to take us to his journey from FOMO to JOMO. So let's welcome Akib, speaker 2, the title of the speech, FOMO to JOMO. The virtual floor is yours, Akib.
Thank you. Do you know what is FOMO? Okay, FOMO is fear of missing out. Let us learn about JOMO. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Couple of months back, I had dark circle around my eyes. It looked as if I have applied eyeliners, but it is not meant for men, right? Severe eye pain and headaches followed after that dark circle. And one thing I was sure that it is just because I have increased my screen usages, these things are coming up. One is my work nature, the second one is my online Toastmasters meeting, which I've been doing quite a lot. I visited this fancy doctor called ophthalmologist, and he was like, you have ocular pain. Again, a fancy word. It basically means since that you have increased your screen time, these dark circles are coming, you have to take care. But there was a catch. And the catch was my screen usages increased not only because of me writing email, working on the Excel or attending Toastmasters meeting, but also because of watching Instagram reels, YouTube videos, Instagram shorts, texting on WhatsApp, scrolling on LinkedIn, Facebook, swiping left and right on Tinder, and whatnot that we do on daily basis. I was trying to miss out on the screen time again and came across this beautiful tech talk by Google. Google declares the end of FOMO and hails the birth of JOMO. Google conducted a research wherein they found out people living in Japan with feature phone felt happy with their life. They said they feel in control. They feel that they have time for other stuff rather than looking at the camera. And that is where the birth of JOMO happened, the joy of missing out. It basically asks us to indulge in activities which makes you forget checking the phone. There was one more research done by US based research firm Data Reporter. They said on an average, humans are spending 7 hours a day on screen for internet connectivity activities. 7 hours is almost 50% of our working hours. Why 7 hours? The first answer is survival instinct. Our dependency on communication of all types, navigation, transportation. Second is because mobile has replaced a lot of other things. Radio, physical camera, alarm clock, cash in many countries, compass, and many more stuff. Third one, I call it as sender versus receiver tragedy. So if I am a sender of a message to someone, I keep waiting once I send a message. I mean, whether he has replied or not. And if someone is typing, I wait there on the screen. Okay, he's already typing, so message is about to come. Let us look at the screen. If I am a receiver and I don't check my mobile for 2 minutes, I freak out. Never know, my beautiful intern would have texted, my mother would have texted, or someone would have liked my post on Instagram. Anything can happen. What if I miss out? Fourth, as I say, is scrolling a app, continuously trying to refresh it, hoping that a new content will appear. This happens a lot. It usually happens because we are trying to kill the boredom. We have a lot of time. Now, to come out of this, I came across Google Talk, and Google Talk told about an app called Digital Wellbeing App. Digital Wellbeing App has 3 key features. The first key feature is called as focus time. Whatever productive time that you want to have in your schedules, so suppose 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., you want it to be active hours. In that period, you can put 3 or 4 whatever apps in that period that I don't want to see these app notification in this productive hours. So this app will automatically turn it off for those periods, and you can put your life in productive hours. Second one is called timeout. What it does is, screen will show you what is your historical usage pattern. And I was shocked to see I used to spend 3 hours on Instagram daily, which is again 20% of my active hours. App will ask what is the time that you want to give based on your history. If I put 30 minutes, the moment timer hits 30 minutes, app will say, bro, time is over for today. Come tomorrow if you want to watch. Third feature is called wind down. What it basically does, that it asks you what is your sleep hours. Based on sleep hours, the moment time hits the sleep hour, your screen will turn into black and white, which is very soothing to our eyes. And we also get to notified that now is the time to sleep. In those wind down hours, you will not have any notification coming out. If you want to keep some emergency contact to be able to reach you, you can put those aside. These 3 apps have helped me a lot in restricting the screen usage, also to have better peace of mind and better boundaries in relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, world will not stop if we don't stare at the screen. There has been generation living in dark, and we are blessed to have all of it. So let us use it wisely. Put down the phone, pick up the life. I have set my limit of application, health, and life. Have you done it? Let us spread the joy with Zomo and improve your digital well-being by installing the Digital Wellbeing app. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow. Thank you so much, Akib. Thank you very much for such a pertinent speech. This is the need of the hour, I guess. We need to all introspect as to how many hours we are spending in front of the screen. And not only that, how much, the screen is taking time from our otherwise productive life. Is the screen also taking time from my eating of mangoes? Do I keep watching YouTube video of what to do with mangoes or how to have a new mango recipe? I'll have to look at my well-being app. By the way, do you guys know how many varieties of mango exist on this earth? Do you want to even guess? Just put a random guess of what you think, how many varieties of mangoes exist in the chat. 5, 10, 5, 100 plus, 7. Yeah, more. Are you taking time? 100 plus in my state itself. 5, 7, 15. You guys are not even closer to it. Give it a hard try. How many varieties of mangoes exist? 1. Deja, 1. 3,000. Steven. 1,000. 2. Kathy. Okay. Suvi, 1,000. Okay. I think we are now exaggerating. I can feel your desire for mango that you reach from 1 to 1,000, but there are more than 500 varieties of mangoes. More than 500 varieties of mango, a simple tropical fruit. And you have to really taste all the varieties because they all have a different flavor. They all have different shape, size. They are extremely delicious. There has to be some reason as to why mangoes are called the kings of fruits. So you all might be wondering, why am I talking so much about mangoes? Because there are 2 times in a season when one time I get very excited and the other time I get very upset. And those are the special seasons. One is the time when mangoes are gonna come because they are not available throughout the year. They come in the specific season. And the second is the time when we know mangoes are gonna go. I know you might be thinking, now in supermarket, we can get mango throughout the year. It's not that you have mangoes just for the specific seasons, but yes, trust me, people who are coming from tropical countries would understand me. There is a different pleasure in going and catching your mango from the mango tree directly. Trust me, and we wait for the mango seasons to come. And as there are many varieties of mangoes, do we have so many varieties of food and pickles and whatnot that we prepare with mangoes. So mangoes is much more than just a fruit. With this, I'm going to leave you all for a very exciting next session, which is going to be our table topic session. And it's going to be looking much more exciting given we have so many guests around. And welcome, Suvinder. It's nice to have you again. I would now like to invite our table topic master, Tiger, to please come and take over from here. Tiger, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Miss Toastmaster of the day. So for our guest, table topics is a session where you are given a question or a prompt. You have 1 to 2 minutes to respond. At 1 minute from the timer, you'll see green. At 1.5, yellow. At 2, you'll get a red. And after you get the red, you have 30 seconds to finish up. So with that in mind, I would encourage you in your answer to use the word of the day, which is substantial. And we have a substantial amount of guests here today. There's no way we're going to be able to hear from all of you, unfortunately. But I am going to start with Stephen because he volunteered.
Okay.
So Stephen, in the United States, it is the 4th of July. Keeping with our theme of mangoes, in the United States, there are 2 fruit that will occur at every party, and those are watermelon and apple pie.
Okay.
So in your country, when you celebrate your independence, what fruits are at the table?
So on October the 1st is the founding date of China, or People's Republic of China. But on that day, specifically, we don't really have fruits to celebrate, as far as I remember. Okay, so but it's autumn, so we have a substantial of fruits on the table. We can have some apples, pears, and maybe also bananas if you are in South China. Oh, okay, even in North China now. So on that special day, we would celebrate by eating substantial of fruits. Yeah. But it seems like right now the fruits are getting more and more expensive. So people can't afford to buy as much as they want. So we are starting to reduce the input of the consumption of fruits. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, now I want everyone to recognize something. This man's a professional. If you were watching the timer, I know he was watching the timer because he was looking for that green, because green's the minimum 1 minute, and you're supposed to speak for 1 minute. Very nicely done, Stephen. Way to continue, even when you kind of ran out of things to say. You just went ahead for it. Good for you. All right, our next guest. I am going to choose, Jerry. Jerry's been here since the beginning of the meeting. He's smiling. So Jerry,
Hello.
talk to us about your favorite fruits and why they're your favorite fruits.
Okay. Talk about my favorite food. And it surprised me. I cannot think of any because I love so many foods. And but from my childhood, I love chicken. When I grew up in China, by that days, our country was very poor, and my family and my parents are farmers. So we didn't have enough meat to eat, but we will have a chick for ourselves, and during the festival, for example, at the Mid-Autumn Festival or the Spring Festival, we will have some chicken to eat. So I'm always looking forward to this festival day when I was a childhood. So I think this is embedded in my memory. I still think chicken leg is my favorite food. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was very nice. We like to learn. It's fun. This is a great place to have fun and learn. Mo, is Mo Mona? Am I saying that correctly? Can you go ahead and unmute yourself? Mona.
莫娜，你把静音取消一下。
Probably
Yes,
someone
still
can help
muted.
help her to unmute herself. Probably co-host can help her to unmute her.
Mona, right?
You are
Mo-
muted.
Okay, I will ask you to unmute. Do you see it?
Can the host help to unmute her, or
I
she has to
already
be-
asked to unmute.
Okay.
Mona, you will see the invitation. Okay, we skip Mona and I will talk with Mona through chat. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Mona, we talk in the chat.
Okay. How about Kathy? Kathy, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. So, Kathy,
Hi.
tell us about what fruits are popular in your country and what are your favorites?
Okay, the fruit, right? As you know, China is very, very big, from the north to the south, and different area has different fruit. So if you talk about the most or the favorite fruit I like, I think it should be blueberry, because during the past 1 month, I eat a lot. Even every morning, I eat a blueberry at the breakfast, because it is really benefit for our eyes, because every day we will use my eyes to look the computer or the cell phone. So we need to take care of our eyes. So eat as more blueberry as you can, and you will get a very good sight in the future. But also, I think a lot of people don't have too much chance to eat the blueberry. But if you can eat any fruit, it will be very good for your body. And if you try your best to eat them, you will get very healthful body in the future. So if you're in China, I will introduce some fruit to you. If you locate in the lost of China, maybe let me think. What is the favorite food in the lost of China? Sorry, I don't know because I was born in the south of China. And in the Guangdong, you can eat a lot of lychee, especially in this season. We can eat varieties of the lychee. Different lychee has different style or taste, but it's really sweet. And we couldn't eat too much because it's easy to 上火. I don't know how to translate. Anyway, welcome to join to visit Guangdong or visit China. Yeah, you can eat a lot of fruit in China. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kathy, for participating. Unfortunately, we are running low on time. I would love to call on everybody. We are going to give this back to our Toastmaster today. I do want to mention about blueberries. The largest blueberry farm in Oregon is just a few miles away from me. It's actually one of the largest blueberry farms in the world. And I mean, literally, it goes on and on. It is huge and it is beautiful when it's in bloom. Back to you, Miss Toastmaster of the Day, and thank you everybody for participating.
Thank you very much, Tiger. Thank you for taking it up. And I really enjoyed the table topic session, and I would like to continue in that. And we could not continue in person, but I think we can use the opportunity of chat. So in case you have a favorite fruit and you would like to put it in the chat, please feel free to put it in the chat as to what is your favorite fruit and why. And I have to say that there is also one very good use of mango, besides the deliciousness, that it is a lot of vitamin A, which is again very good for your eyes. So vitamin A means blueberry and mangoes. With this, I am gonna get going with the next session, which is very important session on evaluation and feedback. And I would like to invite Rukaya, who is gonna be our general evaluator for the day, to carry on with the session. So to you, floor is yours, Rukaya.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. And hello, lovely members of RSS and dear guests. So now we'll start with our feedback session, or say evaluation session, which would help us to construct ourselves more better. So in future, we could perform in a better and a precise manner. First of all, I would like to call upon Excel, who would evaluate our very first speaker, Linda. Excel, please come and evaluate.
Thank you, Ruku. Just quickly, let me say you that also my favorite fruit is mango. The name of this mango is ouch. I forgot the name, but let me. I will come very quickly. But let me. It's created in Mexico by a Mexican that he mixed two kind of mango, the mango petacon that is big, and mango Manila, and with mango petacon it makes so substantially a mango that you can eat a lot of mango. And the mango Manila, the bone of Manila, in the sign of the mango, it's so tiny, so that is make so substantially this kind of mango. I forgot the name of this mango. But I will call in my mind. Let me to move with Linda with her evaluation. Okay, Linda, I want to start with the great points of your speech. I like it so much how you move to make the different characters, to say for a call, for a professor, for how you move it. You make so very well, so nice. The other point is it's how you make your history of your speech. You will make it. It's great. So it's a great history, how to create the club, how you move it to make this, create that. It's so amazing. And the part that I enjoyed more was your close, how you close your speech with the message, how you can create that you don't lose your dreams. That's so amazing. It was so great the way you made that. And at the points that you can be a little better, really, I can say just maybe one about your background. If you are, I think, in just one color or something that don't have something that take the attention about your background and more to see you, I think that maybe it could help a little more. Pay attention to you than the background, I think. And the other point is maybe to start the speech. It was good with this story, how you can make, but something like a question, something like also to gather us at the beginning, and that it makes also in the same as your clothes. That's the only 2 points that I could say to improve in speech. In conclusion, great story, the way you make the story and how you close your speech with that point that you will make it and follow your dream. Thank you so much, Linda. Back to you, Ruku.
Thank you so much, Excel, for your valuable feedback. And now, moving on, I would like to call upon Mary to evaluate our second speaker, Akib.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and most especially our speaker, Akib. Akib really dazzled us with his speech today. He had a significant amount of skills in his presentation. The purpose, you recall, was to persuade us for a decision or an issue. And I felt that very clearly he was doing that, persuading us to put down our phones and live our lives. And so from the beginning, he captured my interest with the title, FOMO to JOMO. I had no idea what that meant. And so he asked, his opening statement was, do you know what FOMO is? No, I don't. So you had my interest. I wanted to find out what it is. Sadly, though, I wrote that down. It was a good opening and I missed what FOMO stood for. I did get JOMO, which is joy of missing out, but I missed the FOMO. Anyway, other great things that I saw about his speech. From the beginning and opening, I liked that. I liked your background. If you noticed, I did the same thing as I'm presenting. I put a blurred background. I noticed that made you stand out more as a speaker. So that was a tip that I learned. Putting a blurred background might be something that people might want to consider in the future speaking. It does seem to bring out the speaker to the forefront. I liked how you moved around within the screen. That's something that we have been, I think, struggling with in this environment of virtual, that you can't really move around a stage or move because you're limited to your speaking area on the screen. But Akib really did try to move around. I noticed he was in the center, then he moved to the right. But I say that I noticed you tended to be on the right-hand side of the screen, so you didn't come back for your next point. So I applaud you for trying to use your space, but you want to make sure that you equally move to the other side. Also, a suggestion on your space. Your hands were at the very bottom of the screen, and that sometimes detracted from your hand gestures. One gesture in particular, you were saying 7, and that's, you can't do it very well with blurred, 7 minutes, but you only had one hand showing. So I only got to see one. So my suggestion there is just take one step back. I think we'll have just a little more of your body showing, that you would more effectively see your hand gestures. I love you use the phrase freak out. It just made me laugh. It caught my attention. It was a slang word that, oh boy, I'm running out of space so quick. I have so many good things to say about Akib that I'm going to have to give most of it in a written evaluation. But I want to end with his great, to me, closing statement should have been, put your phone down and pick up your life. Boom. That would have been a powerful closing statement, and put your phone down as a gesture would have, I think, brought it home. But you certainly persuaded me. Oh, I got to say real quick, even I'm out of time. The research you did on the hours spent on the phone was my persuasive thing that said, wow, what a waste that we do so much time on the phone. With that, I'll conclude. Great speech, Akib. Really enjoyed it. And I'll give you more feedback in your written evaluation. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Mary, for your substantial evaluation. Now, I would like to call upon Christina, our grammarian of the day, to give her report.
Thank you, Roku. Well, I think we've had some fabulous use of English today. I'm so impressed. And I really liked the way that Yasmin pointed out how for actually most of the people at the meeting, English is not your first language. And I'm in awe of all of you. So brilliant, well done there. To start off with, in terms of use of the word of the day, substantial, that was pretty well used. We had Yasmin, we had Tiger, we had Mary, we had Ishelle, we had Stephen. My apologies if I've missed anybody there. In fact, most of you used it at least twice, so great. We started off with Yasmin, and I liked the way that she extended the warm welcome to everybody. She talked about how important it is to give feedback. We have an alien in the room, which I thought was very cute. Just one minor little thing for Yasmin. There was a word that she used a couple of times, intervention, in relation to Linda's speech. And I think actually involvement, or I think there would be a better word than intervention. But I loved the phrase that she used, that Toastmasters is getting into Akib's blood, and more than 5,000 types of mangoes. Who knew? Clearly none of us. Lots of vitamin A, we need that, thank you. Linda had some really great word pictures. She talked about giving in her resignation, and the boss nearly burnt herself with a cigarette. Loved that. Nice use of humour. Small city with 10 million people. Her book had to be politically correct. Who knew she lived in China? She could be back here. Her dream was broken. There was one little thing that she could have used a better word, and I'm being very picky because Linda's obviously speaks very fluently here. She was thinking to dismiss the club, and I think there'd be a better way of saying that, maybe to give up on at that time. But her such beautiful language. Her very first dream of writing a book is still not fulfilled. Well, hopefully that will change soon. And do you have an unfulfilled dream? That was a very, very powerful ending. Mary had a lovely intro to Akib's speech. Akib had more fabulous language. Again, and nice humour. He had dark circles around his eyes like eyeliner. Eyeliner's not supposed to be like that, Akib. He had a fancy doctor to tell him to cut his screen time. indulge in activities that stop you from checking your phone. I like that. I'm not a big phone user. I'm very unconventional. I take ages to respond to anything. It'll give you better peace of mind and better boundaries in relationships. Yeah, absolutely. Put down your phone and pick up your life. I love that. The world will not stop. Stephen, again, was very fluent in his topic. Really liked the way he covered that. Fruits are getting more expensive. They're reducing their consumption. That's really sad. Yeah, none of us are eating quite as well as, yeah, the world is a worrying place. Jerry's favorite food is chicken, which they had at the Spring Festival. It's nice to hear about festivals that other countries have because we learn so much every time we come to a meeting. Kathy said blueberries have benefits for the eyes, and in Guangdong you can eat lots of lychee. Sounds delicious. Tiger, I learn something new every time Tiger almost opens his mouth. And this particular one was that one of the largest blueberry farms in the world is in Oregon. Who knew? I've never been there. Maybe some other time. Michelle talked about Linda's movement on stage. And I think the clearest way would be to demonstrate that is to use the word dialogue. She moved to show the two different aspects of dialogue, and now my hands aren't showing on screen. Mary had beautiful language. Akib dazzled us. He clearly persuaded us to put down our phones and to live our lives. Blurred backgrounds make you stand out on screen, I'll remember that. We're struggling to move in the virtual environment on screen, and I absolutely loved her closing record. Put down your phone and pick up your life. Thank you very much. Fabulous use of language, everybody. And I've gone probably over time. I think Ayu's been very generous with me.
Thank you so much, Christina, for a detailed report. Now, I would like to call upon Deja, our accounter of the day, to give her report.
You are on mute, Deja, if you're speaking.
My apologies. And thank you, General Evaluator. For today's counter report, we have a variety of filler words, so this will be interesting. Yasmin, you had a handful of us and a couple of so's. Deja, myself, I know I had an in there. Akib, you had an Christina, you like to use the word Stephen, I've heard you use the most variety of filler words. Okay, so, yeah, and so. Jerry, you had a handful of uhs in there. Linda, some ums. Mary, just one Ishel, several ums. And Kathy, a few uhs. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Deja. Now, I would like to call upon our timer of the day to give her timer report.
It's time for me to say something. Well, congratulations, everyone. Most of us, like 90% of us, were speaking in our allotted time. So congratulations. The timing report, Linda, 6 minutes 45, Akib 7 minutes 22, Stephen on table topic 1 minute 22. Are you doing the same time with Jerry? Jerry also 1 minute 22. Are you guys, how you do that, guys? Doing table topic in the same time. Kathy 1 minute 58, Excel 2 minutes 45, Mary 3 minutes 50, and additional timing for grammarian and counter. My time, I forgot to time myself. So over to you, Madam General Evaluator. Hi, Melba.
Thank you, Ayu. Thank you so much for your report. So now, all in all, I would like to first evaluate our Toastmaster of the day for carrying out the meeting so smoothly and precisely and in a dignified manner, as she always does. So kudos to you. Congratulations to you, Yasmin. And now I would like to move on to our both the evaluators of the day. You both were very on the point and substantial with your feedbacks and with your suggestions which you gave to the speakers. First of all, you pointed out the positive points and then the points which they have to work on, which is very beautiful and very attractive to be given to a speaker. Moving on, I would like to Christina, thank you for your report. That was very detailed and everybody was able to understand where they have to do good and where they are going good. Moving on, Deja, thank you for pointing out on the ers and ums of the people. That is a very hard task according to me, because I can never point out the ers and ums. And then Ayu, thank you for keeping up the time of each and every person who is speaking in the meeting, so that we may not lose the track of time. And sorry, how can I forget Tiger? Tiger, you are amazing. Every time you're coming on floor, boom, I'm so impressed by you. So you are amazing. Thumbs up to you. And all in all, the meeting was very nice. Thank you. And back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, ma'am, General Evaluator. That makes us feel good that we ended on a good note. Mangoes. Are we still thinking of mangoes? Or we are lost in blueberries? No. Today is the mango day. We're going to have another meeting for blueberries. So, what's the best combination of mangoes you guys think of? Mango lassi? Just the mango juice? Have you ever had mango coffee? What she's talking about, mango coffee? There is also mango tea, by the way. Mango flavored tea. I think I have raised your interest enough to go and look about mangoes, but I cannot end the meeting without telling you one benefit of mango that you might not have directly thought of. The carbon sequestration that mango trees can do. The beauty of the mango tree is that it has a very broad branch and it has a lot of leaves. So it has a very good potential of sequestering a lot of carbon. So every time you see a mango tree, you know there is a carbon sink, a plant which is sequestering the carbon, taking away all the pollution which you are emitting through your motors or maybe any other activity you're doing. We know we all have a very big carbon footprint. With this, I would just like to close the meeting and give it to the new president, who is very new and who does not know anything about what she has to do as a president, except that she should thank everyone to be here and having a very lovely session. And I wish to see you all again with the same smile, same energy, and same vibrancy for the next week. And with this, I will officially close the meeting. But having said that, I request you all to stay because we would love to have the feedback from our guests. So officially, the meeting adjourned.